Our first sponsor is Gallaudet University, Gallaudet Interpreting Service. GIS is a paramount sponsor this year, and they've handled the interpreter coordination for the conference. And Yoshiko Chino from Gallaudet Interpreting Service will have a few words.
Hello, everyone. It's wonderful to see so many familiar faces here this afternoon. As was just said, I am Yoshiko Chino, the Director of Gallaudet Interpreting Service, but most of you probably know me simply as Coco. Often, when people hear the word Gallaudet, they think about a place that might be quite far away from them. But many of us have affiliations with the university that we might not always consciously think of. How many of you interpreted for students that ended up going to Gallaudet? Raise your hands if you're in the crowd today. You may yourselves be alumni or former students or current students or even possibly future enrollees of the university. If that reflects your affiliation with the university, please raise your hands. You may be current or former staff or faculty, current or former staff or freelance interpreters. So please raise your hands if that describes you. I've already seen a number of hands go up in the crowd. So I am absolutely delighted and honored to serve in this capacity and to be in this room. All of you are part of Gallaudet in one way, shape, or form. Gallaudet is a unique institution by way of its language, culture, and instruction for deaf and hard of hearing students, which contributes to the unique experience of being affiliated with the university. As George Veditz once said, "For as long as there are deaf people, there will be sign language." In the same vein, it could also be said that for as long as Gallaudet is there, interpreting will continue. GIS provides interpreting services for the Gallaudet community. We also provide services nationally by way of VRS, and we now serve the greater Washington, D.C. area. Of course, we have a very wonderful team of people at GIS that are very creative and have come up with a number of innovative practices. One example is that with the large number of CDIs that we employ and who serve the Gallaudet community, we have also recently developed a pilot program for using CDIs in VRS, which will hopefully be of great help to those hearing interpreters that are working in VRS and feel that they could benefit from working with a CDI. We also have some new students who come to the university and are rather new or non-signers. So we have interpreters that work in the classes that these students are registered in. And what we have found is that that relationship is particularly unique. How do you provide support for students who are learning sign language? And that has given way to developing new philosophies around best practices of providing this type of interpreting service to support these emerging signers. We also have a mentoring program. Many of you may have seen the announcements that have come out recently. This mentoring program will be available to people across the nation. You can come to the university and stay for a period of 9 months and take trainings, attend workshops. And these are some examples of ways in which we are giving back to the community. Now, for those of you who are here this week, we are giving back in more direct ways. We will be offering the expertise and skills of GIS staff members in various ways. Ways that you can take advantage of this is by stopping by our booth and putting in your name for a couple of drawings. On Tuesday, we will be raffling off a diagnostic so that you can get direct feedback on how to improve your interpreting skills. On Wednesday, we will have a raffle for remote mentoring services. So this means no matter where you might live, you can access the skills and expertise of a mentor from GIS. On Thursday, we will be raffling off a workshop or training given by a GIS staff member. There are a number of these sorts of workshops, so if you were to win this raffle, then you get to choose which workshop you would like to have a GIS staff member offer in your hometown or area. In closing, I would like to thank everyone who made this conference possible, and I would like to give exceptional thanks to the National Office and the RID Board of Directors, as well as to the interpreter coordinators and the interpreting team. Finally, I would like to thank RID's support staff and GIS support staff who also made this event possible. Thank you and have a wonderful conference.
We look forward to continuing this collaboration with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coco. And thank you to Gino Gooby and Carolyn Ressler for a wonderful job so far, and more to come.